Hello folks, it's Coby here from CobyWright.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make a simple blog header using GIMP. GIMP is a free software that you can use to edit and create images and etc. graphics. It's often referred to as a free version of Photoshop. I don't like to compare it to Photoshop because it's completely different, although it is very similar. In my opinion, GIMP is the better choice, mainly because it is free, and you don't have to pay $200 or more to get it, and then also have to learn how to use it. So I don't claim to be a GIMP expert, and I actually know very little. And I'm going to show you how to do this, and it may be not the correct way. If you're a GIMP expert and you're watching this, you may laugh, but it works for me, and it'll work for those who have limited skills as well, like myself. To begin with, we're going to open up GIMP. As you see, I already have it open here. And you're going to go to File, you're going to go to New. And then I'm going to set it at 940 by 198, which is the default header size for nearly all WordPress themes. Okay, we've got it here. Change this to black. I'm going to delete this layer. Okay. We're going to start out here with I deleted the layer. So we're going to start out with a blank canvas. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Layer, New Layer, and make sure that it's set for transparency. Select and then hit OK. I'm going to use the rectangle select tool up here in the corner, and I'm going to select the whole banner. Okay, and then make sure you have rounded corners checked, and then just choose how much you want them rounded here. About this much. And then go to Edit, Fill with Color. Fill with, in this case, foreground color. So now that I have that done, I'm going to go to Edit. Select, Shrink. I'm going to shrink by 4 pixels. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to go to Edit, Fill with background color, which is black. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go to Filters, Blur, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. I'm going to call it G-Blur. Select that, and OK, and that'll kind of give it not such a hard edge. I'm going to go back to Select. I'm going to repeat the process. Shrink by 4, please. Edit, fill with the foreground color, which is white, and back to blur, the G-Blur. There you go. Now we got us a nice little base to work with here, so I'm going to go to a new layer, again on transparency, and this is where we're going to make our header. Now the reason I went with the white in the background is because, first of all, most websites or backgrounds are white. If not, it's okay. But the main reason that I'm using white here in the center is because a lot of your images that you're going to get are going to have a white background on them. And so that you don't have to cut them out and spend more time learning to use GIMP and learning how to do that stuff correctly, because it's hard. I can barely cut out stuff, and I just learned how to do that recently. So it'll most likely have a white background. So whenever you paste it onto here, you don't have to worry about cutting it out, because obviously white blends in with white. So now that now that we have our base here, I'm going to add an image. So I'm speaking of images. Go to File and Open. I'm going to select my image. I believe it's down here somewhere, I hope. I'm not seeing it right away, but I know it has to be here. I'm sorry, give me just a moment here, I'll find it, I promise. Well, if I don't find it pretty quick, I'll pause the video so you don't have to sit here and watch me. No, that's not it. This is it. It's the longest one there, I'm sorry. Okay. Got our image. The image is going to open in another window, so I'll open it in another window. Oops. Minimize this one. Maximize this one. And, right click it, go to edit, copy visible. Go back to the other window with our header. Go back to the edit, paste. Now move it wherever you want. I'll put it over here. And now I'm going to put some what's called perspective on it, the perspective tool, which is right here. Select it, and this is just going to kind of like give it some bends, make it bendy or whatever. So let's do this. Oops. You can kind of put it any way you want. I'm trying to get it worked out here how I think it should look. When you get it set, just hit transform. Take a look. Looks good to me. So I'll just move it where I think I want it. I'll put it right over here. And let's put a drop shadow on it. Let's go to the free select tool. Just click, draw down, click, get the edges. Go around the whole thing here. Take me just a second. Of course, the hardest part will be around the curves. And I'm not going to try to get this perfect because it's not really that important. And I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I'd be here all day messing with it. So I got that. I'm going to go to filters. I'm going to go to light and shadow, and then I'm going to select drop shadow. Please. Okay. I'm not sure why I did that, but I'm going to go ahead and close this window. Come back and take a look over here. Looks kind of bad over in that area. So I'm going to try to touch that up. And I'm just using the airbrush. I need to change this and make sure it's on fuzzy. That'll make sure when you do it on fuzzy, you don't have to worry about your edges as much. Just kind of dab a little color in there. Alright, let's step back and take a look at it. There you go, it's a little bit better. Good enough for us. What we're doing here. So I'm gonna move. I guess I probably shouldn't move it out of its shadow, huh? See? I don't know how many times I can say it. If I can do this, you can do this. Okay, we're going to move on to the next layer. New layer, please. Transparency. Choose our text here. A is for text. We'll select the area. And we'll start with the subheading text. And we'll do this for my list building WSO, which was called 1023 subscribers in 27 days. Sorry, I'm talking and typing. Stop normal list building methods forever. Okay. Make sure when you're using text, that you click back to the beginning of the text and then close the window. Make it smaller. Actually, let's just stretch it out. Okay. I'm going to position it where I think it should be. Put it about right here. And I'm going to do on this one ellipse tool. Select it. It's the second one over there. Just draw this around it. Here. Get it pretty close, but not perfect. Because you'll see why in just a second. I'll move it up just a touch. And down some. Okay. And I'm going to go back to my filters and put another drop shadow. And look at that. Doesn't that look cool? Kind of makes that stand off a little bit. I think it looks really awesome, considering that we have no skills and we just did that. I think it's great. Okay, back to text. Select your area, which we're going to make this area here. And we're going to type the title, 1023 subscribers in 27 days. And we're going to make this a different color. Let's make it a dark blue. And we're going to make it bigger, and we're going to change the text. Or the font, I'm sorry. Let's try this one. Okay. Use my select tool and position it. Now we're going to put a shadow on this one. I'm going to use the rectangle. Actually, let's do new layer first. New layer. And we use the rectangle select. I'm going to select the area and make a small selection underneath the title, about the same length. And then we do the drop shadow again. Back to filters, light and shadow, drop shadow. And now that that's there, I'm going to go back to my select tool and I'm going to position it. Actually, come over here and select drop shadow and position it a little closer to the text. There we go. And put our final layer on here. And we'll just back up and take a look at it. Oops, crap, sorry. I think that looks pretty nice. Pretty nice, considering it only took us a few minutes. It was simple, it was easy, and didn't really take a whole lot of skills. We can of course get a whole lot fancier with it if you wanted to, but this was really simple and quick for us to do. And now that we've done all that, you go back to layer and just merge down each layer. And then after we get each layer merged down, we're going to save it. And I'm sure that there's a shortcut, keyboard shortcut to do this merge down. But like I said, I don't know how to do it. I know just enough to get by. So I know just enough to show you maybe how to help you do it as well. Okay, it's as simple as that. We've got our header done. We're going to go over here and we're going to go to Save As. And I'm going to save it in a downloads folder. I'm going to name it List Building. Oh wait, 1023 subs in header.png. You can save it as a JPEG. I always like to save it as a .png because the quality is better. And then just choose Save. It says here your image should be exported before it can be saved as a PNG for the following reasons. Just choose Export. Here, the first couple times you do this, it'll probably be set at a lower level. Just make sure you slide this all the way up to 9. And then just leave all these what the defaults will be. And then choose Save again. And that's it. Let's see if I can go open that up and take a look at it for us. There you go. That's what we just created. So I hope this video was helpful. And if you have any questions or comments or ideas for the next video, leave them below, and I'll see what I can do. This is Coby, signing out.